There is a civilization that disappeared centuries ago, yet left behind a calendar more precise than anything Europe would achieve for hundreds of years. A civilization without metal tools, without telescopes, without machines. And yet, it calculated planetary cycles with an accuracy that modern science still struggles to explain. How did the Maya know what they knew? Before we go any further, take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It helps us continue exploring mysteries that history never managed to explain. Now let us open the file.
This is what the records tell us. The Maya were an ancient people of Central America, often referred to as the Red People of Mesoamerica. Their civilization flourished roughly between the 4th and 9th centuries BCE. They lived without iron, without the wheel as a transport tool, without draft animals, and yet they developed monumental stone architecture, complex writing systems, advanced mathematics, and one of the most intricate calendrical systems ever recorded. According to mainstream history, the Maya were deeply religious. Their lives were structured around rituals, deities, and celestial cycles. They worshipped the feathered serpent. They honored the sun, the moon, and Venus. They observed the sky not for curiosity, but for survival. Most textbooks stop there. They describe a brilliant but isolated civilization that rose and then quietly collapsed. This is the version we are told. But the documents left behind by the Maya suggest something far less settled. The first anomaly appears in their calendars. The Maya did not use a single calendar. They used several, each tracking different celestial cycles. One calendar followed the moon, 260 days. Another tracked the sun, 365 days. And another followed Venus, 584 days. These numbers are not approximations, they are precise. Even more unsettling is what happens when these cycles are compared. When Maya scholars analyzed these numbers, they discovered something impossible. All three cycles, Moon, Sun, and Venus, can be mathematically synchronized. Each calculation arrives at the same number, 37,960 days. According to the book, this means that every 37,960 days, the Moon, the Sun, and Venus return to a perfect alignment. The Maya believed this moment was sacred. They believed that at this convergence point, the gods themselves would choose a place to rest. But here is the problem. To calculate this, one must track planetary motion with extraordinary long-term precision. Errors smaller than 0.0002 days would compound over centuries. And yet, the Maya system holds. How did a jungle civilization, without modern instruments, achieve this? The book does not explain. It only records the fact. The anomalies do not stop with numbers. The Maya built vast stone cities, many of them aligned with astronomical events. Some temples were constructed in stages, with layers added centuries apart, yet still maintaining precise celestial orientation. One pyramid in particular is described as a magical tower. It stands approximately 35 meters tall. Inside it are multiple inner temples, each built at a different time. Despite this, the structure remains aligned with solar and planetary cycles. How did later builders preserve calculations made generations earlier? The book offers no method. It only documents the result. Nearby structures are described as observatories, stone platforms oriented toward the movement of the heavens. They are not symbolic, they are functional, and they should not be. Maya mythology introduces another complication. The Maya worshipped the feathered serpent, a god who descended from the sky. According to the text, this god arrived in a vessel shaped like a serpent. He came from Venus. He taught the Maya science, agriculture, architecture, and writing. He promised to return. The Maya believed that when the great cycles aligned, the feathered serpent would come back to rule again. This belief did not fade. It shaped their architecture, their calendars, their patience. They waited and waited and waited, but the god never returned. In 1935, an archaeologist uncovered a stone slab. Carved into it was an image that disturbed scholars. It depicts a human figure inside an enclosed structure. The figure appears to be leaning forward, hands positioned as if manipulating controls. Behind the figure, flames or exhaust seem to emerge. The posture resembles a pilot. Some researchers claimed it depicted a ritual. Others said it was symbolic, but the resemblance was too specific. The book records that several scientists believed it depicted a flying device. No consensus was reached. The artifact remains. So does the question. Then the records stop. The cities were abandoned. Some suggest war, others suggest climate collapse, others disease. But none of these explanations fully account for the sudden silence. No mass graves, no decisive evidence, just empty cities, as if the inhabitants simply walked away, or were waiting for something that never came. The Maya knew more than they should have. Their calendars work, their alignments hold, their numbers remain accurate, but their knowledge has no clear origin. Was it inherited, discovered, or taught? The book never answers. And perhaps that is the point. History often tells us what happened, but sometimes it leaves us staring at the gaps where explanations fail. The Maya left behind a system that still functions, a promise that was never fulfilled, and a civilization that vanished without closing the file. So we are left with the same question they once asked the sky: who taught them, and why did no one return? Share your thoughts in the comments, because some mysteries don't end with answers, they end with silence.